American men, Lucas and Jacob,
bravely crossed the border to Canada to try some of their fast food.
We were visiting Montreal, Canada, which is the second biggest city.
They also speak French there.
Neither of us know any French. We do know like what bonjour means though.
Bon appetit. We're gonna be eating.
We're gonna be eating fast food for an entire day, and we're going to start out with Saint Hubert.
Poulet et côtes levies.
Means chicken and ribs. Saint Hubert's is a rotisserie chicken place.
And there was another rotisserie chicken chain that I wanted to try called Swiss Chalet, but that wasn't where we were. So like, it seems like they have a lot of rotisserie chicken chains. That's only 2, but still.
We're going to eat at the St. Hubert restaurant, but before everyone in the comments gets all mad saying this isn't fast food, what? They also do have St. Hubert's Express, which is basically the fast food version of this, but we were feeling a little bit luxe. You can tell it's kind of fancy because it has this light fixture.
Ooh.
This place has been around since 1951. It has over 100 locations. Something about it reminded me of couples in their 50s going for a date night. This is where they go.
I didn't get that vibe, but I could see kind of that. And we ordered, and the cool thing is they brought us coleslaw to start.
Ooh.
And I'm not trying to compare everything to America, but I do remember telling Jacob Raising Cane's coleslaw is better. I don't want all the Quebec people getting mad at me, but I'm just sorry. I feel like it needed more mayo, maybe? Like, it was still really good, but I was just like, Raising Cane's is better.
Cracked out from an Americano I had that morning. I don't know what they put in their coffee in Quebec, but I actually felt so much energy. I was actually questioning, like, should I go to the ER? Because I'm kind of scared they put drugs in my coffee because I don't know if I've ever had this much energy. I could have started crying. I could have started running in circles, but I composed myself and just kept eating my coleslaw.
Our buddy who was with us got the house salad.
With chicken, grilled chicken.
And they very much enjoyed it, but they did say that the Quebec chain Mandy's had better salad. So when you get the house salad, like, you can't be expecting anything fun.
I got the rotisserie chicken poutine. This sounded so yummy to me, and it looked pretty loaded up. I've been wondering what the cheese in poutine is, and I did some Googling, and it's white cheddar cheese curds. I thought it was mozzarella this whole time, but it turns out it's not. I took a bite of it, and immediately I was like, oh, this is throwing me back to Thanksgiving. It felt like a whole Thanksgiving meal in one singular bowl. And the cheese isn't melted in the poutine, but it turns out that's how it's supposed to be, I'm assuming. Like, the cheese doesn't have to be melted. It did come off as weird to me, but I was fine with it. And the rotisserie chicken was, of course, really good. Rotisserie chicken is always good. I don't think I've ever had rotisserie chicken that's bad. Like,
oh, yeah.
There's no such thing, I guess, actually.
I got the rotisserie chicken quesadilla. It came with some guac, some little adobe ranch thing, and a big thing of gravy. This was great. I'm pretty sure I showed a cheese pull at one point, so you're welcome for that.
Ooh.
But it was interesting. Like, it wasn't like a typical quesadilla. It tasted more like, I don't even know, like pizza in a way? Like pizza crust? Like, it wasn't giving tortilla. It was more giving pizza crust. No, but this was still really tasty. I enjoyed it. It reminded me of someone from France dated someone from Mexico for a summer, and like, it's been 20 years, so like the recipe's kind of been lost, you know?
Yeah, we did a little switcheroo. I was so interested in this quesadilla because it didn't look like the usual quesadilla, like Lucas has said. And yeah, it didn't taste like the usual quesadilla. It reminded me more of like a calzone. But I did think it was kind of cool they had gravy to dip the quesadilla in. Like, yes, I'm actually a fan of that, definitely.
Oh yeah, gravy should always be a side. The second I dug into the poutine, I just got brought back to eating a KFC Famous Bowl during lunch break as a senior in high school. It tasted just like a KFC Famous Bowl. Poutine, we're in Canada!
St. Hubert's was definitely a bust.
Ooh.
Am I using that word correctly? When I say it was a bust, I mean it was good. I don't mean bust as like, oh, it was a bust, it's so bad. I mean it was good.
Yeah, it was a full bust down.
Since we're in Canada, we're gonna rate everything in maple leaves. 10 maple leaves being the best, 1 maple leaf being the worst. I want to give it an 8 out of 10 maple leaves.
Yeah, I was leaning towards that.
Should we do 9? Up it up.
No, I think we should keep it at 8.
Okay, 8 maple leaf St. Hubert's gets.
We did not order Ubers to travel between the different restaurants. We decided we were going to walk all day, and it seemed like Montreal was a very walkable metropolis, a lot of bikers, so we were fitting right in.
Pizza, of course, is a pizza chain. It has over 750 locations. It's sort of a Little Caesars type place.
Pizza. Isn't that what the Little Caesars man says in the commercials?
Little Caesars. Pizza.
Okay. Pizza does brag that they use 100% Canadian dairy. Obviously, this place also has poutine. We didn't get any of that though, but it kind of seems like everywhere in Canada has poutine. You can buy whole pizzas by the slice. We decided to get pizzas by the slice.
I got Hawaiian and Jacob got veggie. This pizza reminded me a lot of New York street pizza from the one New York street pizza place I've had. All pizza is different. That's what's weird, but I actually love every type of pizza. Frozen, buffet, Domino's, authentic Italian, New York. Like, it all is great. It kind of also reminded me a little bit of a pizza you would get at a water park.
This was some basic pizza. Yes, I did eat my pizza, but I didn't even need to eat it because I've already had this pizza millions of times. Me and Lucas switched slices, and this is an example of the grass is always greener effect. Lucas said, Jacob, yours is way better. I said, Lucas, yours is way better. Both of us started crying. We didn't film it, but we were like, why do we always think everything is better just because we don't have it?
And why can't we as humans just appreciate what we have and not try to covet our neighbor's wife?
I used the bathroom, and it was a typical gas station bathroom. It was nothing special, but I did get to urinate, so I was very excited about that. Pizza definitely didn't cause a spark in my eye. It was very mediocre, but places like this need to exist.
Oh yeah, no, it just seems like a cute by the slice type place. Go in, grab a piece, keep walking, you know?
I would give it a 5 out of 10 maple leaves.
Yeah, I feel like that's fair. That's right, and smack dab in the middle.
Yeah.
The most mediocre thing you'll ever experience.
Then we walked probably 3 minutes and we found a Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons are everywhere. Blink your eye and you'll see one in Canada.
It's the #1 fast food place in Canada. Everyone's probably thinking, why the F are we this far into the video and you haven't tried it yet? But don't worry, we're trying it now.
It has over 4,000 locations. Lucas told me that 80% of Canadians go each month. I don't know where he found that, but is that true?
According to a source I read.
Tim Hortons was invented by Tim Horton in the 60s. I didn't know that this was an actual person. That's cool. He was a hockey player. And do you remember the door handle?
A hockey stick?
Yeah, it was a hockey stick.
Oh.
I always thought Tim Hortons was a coffee shop, donut shop, but no, they now have pizza, sandwiches. Like, it's a full fast food place.
And we didn't film it, but we did try their breakfast wrap the day before, and it was so good. It was like Taco Bell vibes. Like, the sauce was just like Taco Bell, and it was great. So I was in line for the bathroom, but then the Timbits were ready because we had to order their most iconic food, which is Timbits. It's these little donut bits bits.
Donut holes.
And I grabbed one and ate it in the bathroom because I was like, I can't wait until after I pee to eat this. And I know Jacob's going to steal them all. I got to eat one now. It was the birthday cake flavor and it was great. We honestly should have seen if you could request to warm them up though, because just like Krispy Kreme, these places don't warm up the donuts before they give them to you. So obviously it would be way better if it was all moist and hot, you know?
Then we tried the chocolate Timbit. I just love the word Timbit. We just kept saying Timbit over and over in this day. I would assume both of us used the word Timbit 150 times. And then we tried the honey Timbit, which I think would be the original. This was probably the least favorite.
Yeah, I mean, we did leave the most boring one for last, so obviously we were going to hate it, but I was just like, what? Why is it honey and not frosting, you know? What's going on? Like, I know honey. Isn't that something to do with Canada as well?
Why was it honey and not maple Timbit?
Wait,
it's a Canadian chain and they don't have a maple Timbit?
They literally have a maple on the logo, don't they? A maple leaf.
Anyways, these were just really typical donut holes. Like, I wouldn't dream of having this, but I didn't hate it either. Lucas informed me that another iconic Tim Hortons item is the Double Double. It's a coffee with double amount of sweetener, so like 2 sweetener packets or 2 sugar packets and 2 creamers.
I think this is like their first item or something. It's the item that brought them to fame.
I did notice that it said always 20 minutes fresh. So I guess they're brewing the coffee every 20 minutes. That's cool. I didn't even know about that. I started sipping away and it did feel like a double-double to me. A double-double dose of caffeine.
Hey! This reminded me of when I very first had coffee at the gas station because I always would load it up on creamer and I never do that nowadays. So it just brought me back to like what my first impression of coffee was, like this creamer goodness thing.
I don't know why I finished it out because it gave me 20 minutes of energy and then after that I started crashing out.
It doesn't even matter what we thought. I feel like it's still an 8.
I was actually thinking around that too. 8 out of 10 maple leafs. Even though I did say the donut holes were mediocre.
The wrap was so good though that we didn't get on camera from the previous day.
Yeah.
Oh, look, we're already on our 4th place. We walked all the way to Old Town Montreal. We weren't even planning on getting anything here, but then we saw they had a Dairy Queen. So we were like, we have to see what the Canadian version of Dairy Queen is about.
To my surprise, Dairy Queen is one of the most popular fast food chains in Canada. They have hundreds of locations. I always viewed Dairy Queen as like Americana. So I never viewed it to be anywhere else except America. But no, it's in Canada. 100% Canadian milk for their soft serve ice cream.
Something different about this Dairy Queen was it only had treats, sweet treats. There was no burgers or chicken tenders or anything like in America. But we found out other Dairy Queen locations in Canada do have those food items, but we were at a dessert-only location.
Both of us got blizzards. Their iconic item. It's ice cream with some sweet treat mixed in. Deeply apologize for what I'm about to say, but I did get a Reese's Blizzard.
What were you thinking?
As you can see, they have this candy bar called Skor, S-K-O-R, never heard of it. And they also had a Smarties Blizzard. To be completely honest, I just chickened out because, I don't know, I just got embarrassed of ordering for some reason. I honestly had some having way too much caffeine. But it was very cool because the person working at Dairy Queen flipped the Blizzards over for us, which is a classic Dairy Queen thing. Just a little funny story. When I was a kid, after our dad handed me the Blizzard, I was in the backseat of his truck. I flipped over the Blizzard because I was like, they always say you can do this. And it spilled all over me and hit the backseat of his truck.
Jacob.
I know, I'm silly.
I saw they had a turtle blizzard, and that also made me think of our dad because our mom would always get him turtle chocolates for Valentine's Day. So I wanted to feel like my dad, and I wanted to feel like mom was my Valentine. Just kidding. I just wanted...
Oh, this is some like...
Freud
type stuff.
No, I just always ate the turtles when he got them, and I was like, I want to have that in a blizzard, and it wasn't what I expected. Like, it wasn't the chocolates he ate. It was actually these little turtle chocolate things with nuts also on the side, and this was was so good. I was raving about it. Like I kept saying, like if they had this in America, this might be one of my go-to blizzards. Because I usually am like a Butterfinger, Oreo, or Reese's person. But if they had this option in America, I feel like this would be added to the rotation.
Turtles are always so good, isn't it? Pecans, caramel, and chocolate. I was also surprised that it was these little tiny pieces of turtle. I'm used to those big clusters of turtle.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I didn't get to try any of Lucas's because he ate all of his. And you guys don't even need to know this, but my Reese's Blizzard tasted the exact same as a Reese's Blizzard in America. Which isn't surprising. It's just as Reese's.
So the Canadian dairy didn't do shit.
It did taste a little bit more liberal, which isn't Canada way more liberal than the US? So yeah, like I don't know if I was making up, but you could tell these cows were more liberal.
I tried Jacob's, even though I didn't let him try any of mine. And my first thought was it tasted buggy. Some of you guys will understand what I mean. Jacob didn't get it, but sometimes when you eat these peanut butter foods, it just tastes buggy. And this one was especially buggy. Like it was a buggy Reese's batch. I've only eaten bugs a few times in my life as a kid, but yeah, it tasted like bugs. I would say it's 10 maple stars.
Yeah.
I mean leaves.
I agree because like it just is a good dessert, and I just love how it brings me back to childhood because we used to always get blizzards, which is very cute.
It left nothing to be desired. Everything was just to the tippity top.
Don't get too caught up though. It did leave one thing to be desired. We both desired taking a nap. We went back to the hotel room, took a 30-minute nap, and let me tell you, this nap regenerated both of us.
Like it was a deep nap. I was making noises in the nap. Like I kept making like, oh, and like snoring and stuff. Like it was just, my noises were waking me up.
So we got up out of the bed and we walked 5 miles across town to this little suburb area. I mean, I think it's still part of Montreal, the city, but it was way more calm than the downtown area. It was so pretty walking across town. Like we went over this like mountain thing.
Through a forest, kinda. And it led us to A&W! And you're probably thinking, what the hell? Why is this there? This is huge in Canada. Everyone loves A&W.
Listen up. Write this in your notes. Canada has 1/9 of the population of the United States, but double the amount of the locations of A&W.
They F with it heavy.
It's the second largest burger chain under McDonald's, and it turns out it's not a part of the United States A&W anymore. It's its own separate entity, I guess.
Yeah, they broke off like half a century ago, and it's completely separate from the US company.
It was so clean and nice in the inside, and it had such good theming. For example, do you see this root beer door handle?
I always thought it was so funny when I looked at the menu because there was like a teen burger, a mama burger, a papa burger, like, and a buddy burger. It's like, who are these people? What the hell?
Then the bathroom said mama and papa. Papa was the men's, mama was the women's.
We both needed to use the restroom, but the papa restroom was occupied, and it was occupied the entire time we were there. So I don't know what someone was doing in there, but
I just left a prayer for them because I know they were going through some shit in that restroom. Literal shit. I noticed after ordering that my hands were very sweaty because I just was so nervous to try A&W. I hadn't had it in years. I was so interested, like, wait, it's so big in Canada, but I never see it in the United States.
We noticed they had chilled mugs to get some root beer in, like a whole freezer full of these glass-ass mugs. Jacob said that they've had this forever, and this is kind of what made them iconic.
Magical, so cool.
Although we never go to A&W in America, we do drink A&W root beer quite often because our grandma's kind of a stan of it. She always has it stocked up in her fridge, so I do have it every now and then. So it was great to now have it in a glass frozen A&W mug. It made it hit even harder.
I decided to get the teen burger because something about a teen burger sounded hilarious to me. And I'm assuming what it means Canadians is a teen burger. Oh, if you're smaller, get that. If you get the Papa burger, I'm assuming it's a double. And then I'm assuming the Mama burger is also small because that's like a stereotypical, like, moms are small.
Yeah, like the low
And
fat
mine
one.
are big.
Ours had bacon on it, some cheese, lettuce, and tomato, probably some sort of sauce. And when I bit into it, I was like, all right, Canada, the Canadian version of A&W is doing it different. Like, this was so good. Frick. Like, it was like Burger King, but way better. Like, it was a real burger.
This was a top tier fast food burger. I wasn't expecting much, but when I bit into this, I was like, whoa. Yeah. I get why Canadians are obsessed with A&W. It was better than McDonald's, better than Wendy's, better than Burger King. It was just winning every category.
Like, I wasn't expecting much because it was just one man working there alone, taking the orders and then running back and cooking. So I was like, oh, he's just rushing everything and everything's going to suck. But it's still just banged.
Wait, I've said so many times, like, wait, I can't picture myself getting married. But now I actually getting married because, like, this burger is actually marriage material. Like, hey, it was so good. I think A&W deserves 10 out of 10 maple leaves.
100%. Time for our 6th place, which is McDonald's Canada. We saw a lot of McDonald's throughout the city, like a lot more than A&W. So I think it's definitely still more popular than A&W. From our travels, it sort of seems like McDonald's outside of the US are way better. Like, they have more exciting items and stuff, so.
Since it's McDonald's in Canada, they are using 100% Canadian cows. McDonald's in the US sucks. Why do all of these other McDonald's across the world, they're always way better? For example, this one had a hash brown cheeseburger. A burger with a hash brown on top of it.
I wanted that so bad, but we didn't get it.
A strawberry cheesecake McFlurry. There was an Oreo cheesecake McFlurry. There was a whole international menu. This McDonald's was so clean and minimalistic. I'm pretty sure it was open 24 hours. I could rant about this probably for a whole 40 minutes, but I'll try to keep it short. McDonald's in the US, step your game up. Why are you so basic?
It can't be that hard, McDonald's US. Step your pussy up.
Add some nuance to your character, please.
We were here mainly just to try the poutine, because that's the Canadian classic. They actually had a lot of different poutines.
They had a chicken nacho poutine, which is what we got. I also had a spicy buffalo poutine.
Thinking of poutine with McDonald's fries seemed otherworldly. And just one look at it, I mean, that looks, like it looks like animal fries almost from In-N-Out. They loaded up the sauce.
McDonald's French fries, poutine gravy, nacho cheese slathered all over this. And nacho cheese, of course, isn't enough. So they also have cheese curds. And then it's topped with some tortilla crisps for that Mexican flair. And I'm pretty sure this was like grilled chicken, actually.
So I'm gonna be honest, Canadians, I wasn't really on board with poutine. Even during lunch, I think I might have told you guys I liked it, but really I don't really like poutine. But when I tried this, it changed everything.
Ooh.
This is the poutine that I'm about. It's the best poutine I've had. Oh, it was just so good. I think I just need more than just gravy on my poutine. I need not just that hard cheese, the white cheddar. I need liquid cheese on my poutine.
When I took my first bite, I was like, whoa. Is this going to send me straight to hell? It felt like what I was doing was bad, like I shouldn't be doing it. I was so scared that there was going to be some consequence. And I guess you could say the consequence is like
heart disease.
Yeah, getting bad cholesterol or whatever, but exquisite. Poutine is my childhood dream. Fries with a bunch of gravy and cheese on top of them, like, oh, like I would have loved this as a child. I still love it now. I'm a little bit mad that I didn't grow up in Canada because I know if poutine was around wherever I went as a child, I would always get poutine.
If I had to pick either to kill poutine or chili cheese fries, I would definitely kill poutine. I know there's so many poutine lovers watching. I am not hating you. I'm just giving my own personal opinion. Something about the gravy is what I don't like.
Once we ate all of the best part of the poutine, there was just fries left. And I do have to admit, this is when I start understanding your viewpoint. It gets a little bit too sloppy. So sloppy and
Sloppy
juicy.
toppy.
This McDonald's had an international menu. As I said earlier, they had pizza bites from Italy, imported from Italy.
Italiano!
Lucas claims that he heard the employees in the back saying, "These are the last pizza bites."
Oh yeah, they just when they bagged them up, they said these are the last ones for the day. So like we actually sold those hoes out. I was so excited to have some pizza rolls, Tostitos pizza rolls.
Immediately after trying it, I was disappointed because my very first thought was Totino's pizza rolls are way better. I would say they're actually like 100 times better. These were more simple.
Like I'm glad I tried it, but Italy can keep it.
Don't be hateful.
Italy, you can keep it.
Just cheese and sauce. And it was crispy, which was nice, but why would you buy this from McDonald's if you can just get it frozen in the frozen aisle of the grocery store? But I would have liked it more if you could dip it in ranch. I will admit that.
Yeah, and if there was some sort of meat on the inside, some little Italian sausage or something. Wasn't their trash can kind of cool too?
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
I know, so that's kind of interesting. Maybe 9 out of 10?
Yeah, I was thinking 8 or 9. Let's do 9.
Yes.
One of the main reasons it's getting 9 maple leaves is because the menu. That menu
yeah.
was insane.
Okay, enough trying these US chains in Canada. Let's try a Canada-only fast food chain, such as Harvey's. This is actually Canada's very first burger fast food chain. Yes, it was in Canada, about a decade before McDonald's landed there.
It opened in 1959 to be exact, and they also use 100% Canadian beef.
Yeah, it's crazy how this is the OG burger Canadian fast food restaurant, but it kind of seems like it's flopping in recent years.
We were staying in downtown Montreal. There were so many food options. There was A&W's everywhere, Burger King. But we had to walk 5 miles to this like suburb area to find a Harvey's. So yeah, I don't really know what's happening, but it does kind of seem like it's not doing that good, because also when we walked into this location, it was honestly probably 6:37.
Prime dinner time.
No one was inside except us. Like, it was
Nobody.
dead. Even though it was kind of sad, I was still so excited because I had never heard of Harvey's. This is what I was most excited about doing this video, is trying stuff I've never heard of. Like, I never knew Harvey's existed. So
Before we went in there, though, I did do a quick Google search because I wanted to make sure Harvey Weinstein didn't own this. He doesn't. Yeah, if anyone else was wondering about that, he is not affiliated. So we decided, okay, let's give it a chance. Let's give them our money.
So we ordered some food. We just were standing by the kitchen counter, just waiting for our food. But then the employee said, "Come over here." Oh, we're getting in trouble? What? Opened up the burger, or took the bun off the burger and said, "What toppings do you want?" And it was this whole Subway thing. All of these vegetables, all of these sauces. Lucas got a hot dog, and you could do the same exact thing for that.
And the scariest part is the sauces were in the Subway sauce containers, the exact same ones that Subway uses. So are all Harvey's locations like this? I was very thrown off.
I'm just going to assume that this is a Harvey's classic, and I gotta say, that's original. I've never seen that before at a burger joint. We got the original burger. We got pickles, some mayonnaise, tomatoes, I think. And after trying it, the reason why I'm changing my tone of voice is because it wasn't good. Trying A&W before this completely put this burger in the trash. A&W was loaded. It was like a rebirth, a renaissance. Whereas Harvey's was more of, it's not a rebirth. It's not a renaissance. It's black and white. It's not saturated.
Yeah, it tasted like a school cafeteria burger. Like, obviously you'd eat it all and you'd enjoy it, but like, it's literally a cafeteria burger, a hospital food court burger. I just feel like if you ate Harvey's in the 50s, it would have been amazing, juicy, but they decided to cut costs throughout the decades, and now it's this. And that's why no one's here anymore.
Yeah, so maybe Harvey's is the Canada version of Burger King. Where we live, Burger King has been flopping.
Shutting down left and right.
And you go there and you try a burger and it just is gross, whereas when I was a kid, it used to be so good. So I'm just gonna hope that's the truth with Harvey's, and I hope they get their shine back.
Now for the hot dog that I ordered. I think I loaded it up with some mustard, ketchup, relish. I think I threw some onions on that. And this was a lot better than the burger, because you know how a burger, you kind of want it to be fresh, whereas hot dogs are always just pre-cooked.
It's pre-packaged. It's been sitting in the freezer for 5 years.
Yeah, so this was actually pretty good, and it was kind of a thick, girthy hot dog. Like, it was a kind of like a boner hot dog.
And they did add some uniqueness. Like, for example, this hot dog was burnt, which I'm going to guess was purposeful. I love a charred hot dog.
I remember you got mad at me because you said you asked for too many toppings, but I already told you guys the toppings and it wasn't that much.
You loaded it up too much in my opinion, and the hot dog was good, but I remember just thinking, this is stupid. Like, why am I paying for a hot dog that I literally could cook in the microwave for 50 cents?
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I'm viewing Harvey's as like a local business. It's not a local business. They have like over 100 locations. So I do feel bad saying this, but like neither of us liked it.
Yeah, I would say 2 maple leaves.
Let's give them 2 because we do have hope for them.
Yeah, I do like the name Harvey's. Like this reminds me of like Happy Days, Diner, Harvey's. Harvey Milk, the gay icon.
Oh, okay. Now I might want to give it 4 out of 5. No, 4 out of 10.
Let's give it 4 because of Harvey Milk.
Yeah, let's give it 4 out of 10. Even though Harvey Milk has nothing to do with it, but somehow, some way, we still had room in our stomach. So we walked another 5 miles back to downtown Montreal.
By this point, we'd racked up 15 miles total for the day.
And what was so cool about that is that it wasn't purposeful. Sometimes I very much dislike going on a walk to get exercise. Places like Montreal on this specific day, we just were walking that much because we had to, because we didn't want to take Ubers. I just love walkable cities. Let's walk! I love walking!
I know, you're gonna see such beautiful things. Like we almost saw a girl get hit by a car. It literally, the car stopped at the perfect second. Otherwise it would have smashed her down on the ground and she'd be a pancake. I just loved how everyone was safe, but we all got to experience some drama.
So, number 8 of the day, the ultimate dessert. You could say we already had dessert with the blizzards. No, that's not a dessert, okay? BeaverTails. It's a Canadian classic.
It very much reminds me of the Buc-ee's BeaverTails. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So they both have it. I don't know. Are beavers more common in Canada?
Oh, I wish I knew.
We kept seeing them everywhere. BeaverTails. BeaverTails. And we kept hearing everyone talk about how they loved them. We actually didn't, but like they were just everywhere. So we wanted to try them. When we walked in, I could tell it was such a vibe. All these Instagram spots. Like look at us in front of this sign for Instagram.
Little light fixtures. I'm pretty sure there was some red and white plaid. It basically reminded me of a house in the country where they want to have a country aesthetic, but they also want to be chic and modern.
It kind of reminded me of a Lush store. So basically a BeaverTail is just a pastry with frosting on it?
It's some stretched out dough. You get frosting and you can add some toppings. And once again, since we're in Canada, they also had poutine. This BeaverTail place even has poutine? Wow.
I know it's everywhere. And once I heard about what a BeaverTail was, I was a little bit nervous because you guys know that if I get a sweet treat, I want it to be warmed up and be fresh. So I was picturing all these BeaverTails behind a glass wall that have been sitting there all day, and I automatically was like, okay, I'm gonna hate it, but I still want to try it. But no. At BeaverTails, they make every BeaverTail fresh, and it comes out hot. Get on it. We need to hold every other donut pastry place to this standard, because BeaverTails did it, and it was busy, and they made it work. Another thing I was worried about was, okay, it sounds good and all, but I want ice cream. They had option to put ice cream on it.
Okay, I swear in this moment, I was like, okay, how did the stars align? I can make the stars dance. Okay, so I get this pastry that's freshly baked, and then you're gonna scoop ice cream on it? Stop it. How did I get so lucky? I was high on some type of shit because the entire time I was laughing because it felt so ridiculous. We were sitting in these 2 seats that kind of felt like the main seats in the restaurant. We had the tripod set up. It felt so ridiculous. I felt so ridiculous, but I didn't care because what I had in my hands was so magical.
I got the strawberry cheesecake BeaverTail with a scoop of vanilla ice cream.
Whoa.
And let me tell you, it was so good. It was just what I needed after eating all those other 7 restaurants. I was like, I can fit this in 2. I love eating beaver. LOL. Get it?
Stop. I don't want inappropriate stuff on this channel. I don't want to. I got the cocoa vanilla, which is cookies and cream. And then I got a chocolate scoop. When we were eating this, both of us heard Pink in the background sing her glorious song. You gotta get up and try. And it was just so weird because this entire day we were trying new items that we had never tried.
And then halfway through, we got a little bit greedy and we were like, should we switch BeaverTails so we can try the other person's? We tried the other person's BeaverTail and then we realized, no, we're switching back. We got over our grass is always greener syndrome.
Yay!
Because we realized, okay, we thought the other person's would be better. It turns out the one we picked was better for us. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife.
Thankfully, we learned that by the end of this video. This is one of those places where they have a sink in the corner with soap, and we needed that because we were so messy. Messy boys. Yes, 10 out of 10 Maple Leafs, right?
Oh, for sure. Canada, y'all really did it with this one.
I would say my favorite was the BeaverTail. And it's not just recency bias. That was actually my favorite. And my least favorite is Harvey's.
Yeah, I'll say my favorite was the A&W burger, and my least favorite was, Harvey's. What do they do?
Now it's the big question everyone has been watching this entire video for. Do these American men think Canada is doing it right? For transparency, I know Canada is doing it right.
They're hitting it right.
If I could quit my job, I would be in Canada doing this every day. Yeah, I would. If I could quit my job, I'd be in Canada doing this every day.
Oh, Canada! That's the first line to their national anthem.